Hey everybody, this is Brian Merrill and this is Tattooed in Business. So had a really crazy week um, out there for those who didn't know. Person that went to high school with us and actually was dating one of my very good friends. It was tragically taken from us this last week, and I don't want to say names or nothing in case think people don't know or whatnot, but um, got that call on Thursday, and that really kind of puts things in perspective. When you think about how much time we have here or whatnot, and that nothing's a given, nothing is guaranteed to us. So we need to be thankful and grateful for what we have, and you know not focus on all the negatives and try to think of the positives and the people who love us and surrounding ourselves with those people and just not forgetting to reach out and say hi, or not forgetting to reach out and just see how somebody's doing or whatnot. It's never too late for mending fences and stuff like that. But it's one of those hard ones because this was a person I guarantee you could never find anybody to say anything negative about. And knowing that I just seen them, or her and my buddy, at dinner like 3 weeks earlier, for the first time, and was thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see those two getting together. You know, um, it was great that I at least got to see them together and happy and having a good time. So on that note, I just say, prayers go out to the families. Okay. But it kind of leads me to into tonight's what I brought up as a topic is what's wrong with me. I think when you have a situation like this or any other type of situation where something doesn't go your way, you keep thinking, "What's wrong with me?" I know I do. I do constantly. Like I still dwell on the fact that you know um, of what's wrong with me, like why somebody doesn't want you in their lives or want you back, like why they don't seem to want to just have you there in any way, shape, or form. So I've struggled with that my whole life, and people, I guess now would say it's a form of anxiety, a social anxiety with that, but I don't believe that. I just think I was an insecure person. I think I still am a little bit, but you get this thought of, what's wrong with me, and um, and I can remember that, and to me, sometimes it's a selfish feeling, and I had this when I heard that night. So I'm over, obviously we're talking and, having drinks and stuff and just kind of supporting and all that. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, damn, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I find that in my life? Why can't I at least experience that? And I'm sitting there going like, wow, that's what a selfish type of feeling. But that's like the first thing that popped in my head. And the second thing that popped in my head is probably like most people, is you think about that one person that if even though you may not be talking to them or in contact with them, if you found out you could never have contact with them again, that's the person that popped in your head, like how devastated you would be. And that's another like selfish feeling that I got out of that. I keep thinking to myself, so what's wrong with me? What, like I feel in this, but then I had these thoughts in the back of my head, and I'm like, is there something wrong with me? And the answer is no. This is how people um, like analyze and break down situations and deal with them, and they do things like that. And I guess if the roles were reversed, and I started reading on this all weekend because I'm nothing else to do, kind of rainy weekend, but and I'm reading about like how this is a common thing, and but that's not how I feel in the moment. And I think we all go through this, no matter what it is that we're experiencing in life, whether it's a breakup, and I think that's probably the most common. But there's also that that relationship with your parents, that relationship with other friends and other people like that. That what's wrong with me when things just don't work out. Um, you know, and I see all these posts all the time that people talk about narcissism. Oh no, they blame it on me. Everyone blames it on me. What went wrong? They don't take responsibility. And I think there's a lot of truth to that, but there's also deep down inside, I don't think there's a single one of us that puts a blame 100% on someone else and doesn't have some type of what about what's wrong with me feeling there. I would think, Maybe I'm naive, maybe not all people are like that, but I just know that when we tend to internalize things and we think everything is something that we did wrong. We drove a person away. We caused a person not to like us. We whatever, did something to push them away. And there's got to be something wrong with me. And it's not necessarily wrong. It's your defense mechanisms popping up. It's your way of protecting yourself. Um, but it's just hard to really get it across that it's not a it's 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 nothing that one that anyone doesn't have already thought going through their head, but it's just crazy that we internalize it that way, and we really blame ourselves. And when we stop blaming ourselves and start talking intelligently through what the situation that just happened, I think that's when you start having that self-love and that self-talk back to you. um, it's really, like I said, so I just see a post up here, so sometimes we meet the wrong people. That's exactly true, but it doesn't mean you did it or there's something wrong with you. It just, sometimes I think we walk in with blinders, right? And we only look at either the red flags or we only look at the positives, and then we say, I ended up with the wrong person. Reality is, until it's the last person you're ever with, and it's that day, you never know. You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily be that there's always the wrong person. I think there's wrong timing too. I know I've been jaded. I was pretty jaded coming out of a relationship, and I should have not started seeing the person I did just out of that, but I didn't, and I did, and then I projected everything that happened in that other relationship onto them. So, and then I realized that's not me, and I tried to change, and it was too late. But reality is, you know, did the two wrong people meet? Maybe we just met at the wrong time. And, we both were in different places, and now I'm in a better place, and that person may not be in a good place. I mean, there's no guarantee. So, like I said, it's not always necessarily meeting the wrong people, might be the wrong timing, in my opinion. But, yeah, we've all said that. We've all thought that. And like I said, everyone and then when it goes south, at least one of the person is more expressing of the what's wrong with me part of it, but deep down inside, both everybody is. And yeah, exactly. We do need to accept our mistakes and move forward. I mean, I know I tried. I've tried to do the apologies. I've tried to do everything to try to make amends with the person that I hurt, and I'm at a point where it's been 4 years. If you don't want to talk or hear me out, then that's fine. You don't need to, and you got to move on and accept that. Hopefully they forgive me. Hopefully they see the different person I am now. And, if they don't, well, that's at this point, I hate to sound like it, but it's kind of their loss, because, you know, most of us, when we come out of these things, I feel are stronger, and we have more of a empowerment definitely that comes out of these things, and some of us thrive and some of us don't. So, but um, I didn't really have a long one tonight. I just wanted to kind of put it out there, and by please, all means, check out my YouTube channel. Start subscribing. If you see somebody out there struggling or think that they can benefit from anything that I post or whatnot, please send them to the YouTube channel. I love to get feedback. Everyone have a great week and enjoy the weather coming up. Let's hope it gets good.